What's up everybody, Lucas here. So you too can bend spoons with your mind, but you gotta focus. Alright, pause right there. First of all, I just want to say that's how bad the ideas got this week. Second of all, I want to say I have a confession. So it was then I realized nobody cares about spoon bending these days. What was I gonna do? I had to get a video out. Something catchy, creative, and different. But then it hit me. Bottle flipping. Yes. It's all the rage. It came to me in a dream. The Hanukkah Supreme. A bottle stack combo unlike any other. I was gonna do it. Whatever it takes. Now I could have took 20 years to develop this skill, wink, but instead, I used After Effects. Alright, so let me show you how I do. Actually, every bottle flip is real, but they're all singles. So each bottle flip was recorded as a single on the table. That was probably a bad idea. I probably should have had a more solid table. Then I recorded some throws, really sloppy, just the throws, at the heights that I would be throwing them at in the video. So I tried to guesstimate the heights and match them up. I had an imaginary Hanukkah Supreme in front of me forming, but it wasn't really there. Look at it, I landed the tide. Alright, so the footage was imported into After Effects. Now what I did is I took the footage of all the lands, the ones where the bottles flipped and landed, and I masked out the bottles throughout their whole entire path using the rotoscope tool. So the bottles were then masked out, so it was nothing but the bottle rotating through the air. Now I had to combine the landing bottles with the throws. So as you can see, the bottle is real as it leaves my hand, but then it blends into the landing bottle, just past where the footage is separated. You see how the bottle would disappear? It becomes the landing bottle. Because it's so fast, it's hard to catch with the eye. It's not really where I made my mistake. The mistake was actually kind of made in the landing itself. I'm not that good. And this is how I did every single land. Well, for the first 3 at least. By the way, that's not a hole in my pants. It's a bleach stain. Now for the final throws, I went old school sleazy magician. That's right. Scumbag sleazeball. I just taped the whole thing together. Yup, duct tape. All the bottles are taped from behind and underneath each other now. And all I had to do was get a double flip on top. And I got lucky. So that's totally real right there. Now I almost went and paused the camera, but then I realized, yo man, you gotta make this one continuous take. Okay? So I went back, grabbed the coffee can, did the flip, hoping it would land because I didn't want to do this again. Bingo. That's real as well. But the whole thing's taped together, so it's not gonna fall over. Now why did I make this video? Well, I made the bottle flip video for fun, because I thought it was funny. However, unexpectedly, I realized something during this video. For those of you guys who love animation, love special effects, think about it. What are you doing? You're creating a reality on the screen that isn't there, something that's not existing, something that hasn't happened in the real world, you have now created on the screen. I know I'm just an amateur, but what if I was extremely good at special effects? You know, in movies, they have car chases that are completely CGI that you would never know about. You know, if I got so good at special effects and CGI animation 3D modeling, man, I wouldn't have to do anything anymore. I could create a whole alternative reality on my computer. I could do the most amazing things ever done for the internet, for media. And then I realized it's just the internet and media. There is no spoon. But you gotta focus. So spoon bending actually goes way back to the 14th century. The first documented case was done here in Northern America during the French-Canadian War. You guys may have heard of Squanto. We've heard a lot of stories about Squanto and about the Pilgrims coming over here, and you guys may have heard of John Smith and just the formation of America. But what we don't hear a lot about is Squanto's son, Little Dip. Now, Little Dip wrote a book, the Book of Little Dip. Inside the Book of Little Dip, there's documented cases of him using his mind in order to mutate and bend objects. This craft was given to him through a witch doctor that he met in what is now known as Texas during his missions trip to get pure waters or water from the Pacific Ocean during an earlier trip that he had earlier in the century. Now, this book was written, it was buried, and it was later uncovered on an expedition in the 19th century, but it was then put in the